So here we go. We'll take the cabbage first. So we have squeezed out all the water because cabbage as vegetables would have a lot of water in there anyway. Carrots, beans. Actually, you can use any vegetable you like. The idea is to make a vegetarian dish. Obviously, keeping how much moisture you can afford to have in this. You want to avoid the moisture and still have the vegetarian punch in there. This is spring onions, which have been really thinly sliced. Again, we have tried to squeeze it out to take the excess moisture out. Now mix all this together. Salt. I always confuse between salt and sugar. My oil is hot. I got some plain flour and some corn flour. Mix together. Okay. Now this is where the Indian bit comes in. We'll add some spices. You got some coriander powder and some cumin powder. A lot of chefs in India would fiercely say, you don't do that, but I have been to Indian Chinese community homes and they do that, okay? So mix it all together. Leave that here on the side. What I want to do is have a little corn flour in here so that we can, when we shape the dumplings or the balls, so that we can just dust them lightly. So it'll hold as soon as you drop it in the oil, it'll be held together. You can actually add any vegetable. You could add a little bit of ginger as well in this, and it would do well. So let's lower the dumplings one by one slowly. Color. I really wouldn't like it to be more than this. I'm using butter paper because it's not soaking the oil. Never mind, my sous chef will get a sack. Okay. Let's start, remove the hot oil away. Very important to work safely. Safety first. Cover it so that nothing falls in there. Right, let's start with the oil again. This will heat up pretty quickly. So we'll start with ginger and garlic, some chili, some celery, and I got some stock, okay? Let's start with some garlic. I've dropped the temperature a bit. You need a nice garlic flavor coming through. For that, you need to saute the garlic really well. And then you balance it with ginger. Perfect color in my opinion. From here on, let's add the chilies. Lots of chilies go in Manchurian. For some reason, whenever we think of Chinese food, we just heap in our chilies. Don't know why, but that's how it is. So I'm gonna follow the tradition. Celery, chopped celery. I'll add about a tablespoon of ginger here. I'll add more if I have to in later. Spices, same spices would go in. Cumin and coriander. Vegetable stock. Now, instead of using really dark soy sauce, I might opt for lighter soy sauce. Let's see. I haven't added salt to this, if you remember. Soy has got plenty of salt. Yeah, it's nice color. It is not a bad color in my opinion, but I might just need a little bit more in my opinion. So we'll see. I have to add a little bit of water as well to this. just to get a better quantity, nothing else. So, got the corn flour here. We'll need the thickening, about a teaspoon I would say, and a little bit of water just to make a slurry. Long time ago there used to be Ajinomoto used quite a lot, MSG, which isn't a great thing for our bodies and our brain, and it's been banned ingredient. So please try not to use MSG, even if the recipe says that. Some of the old recipes might call for MSG. Please stay away from it. Sugar. So it's a great balance of salt, sugar and spicy. A little bit of salt because just want to make sure that it's balanced out, because I'm not sure whether soy sauce's salt will be enough. Now looking at what is happening there in the pan, I am reaching out for dark soy sauce and just a small drop. Now that's a color I desire, I know, and I want. Time to add the corn flour slurry. Now drop the temperature as well, because you want slurry to work slowly and thicken the sauce. So here we are ready to serve. I will add the dumplings in the sauce. And I will let it simmer a bit. I made the dumplings by using following vegetables. I use cabbage, carrots, green beans, spring onions. I put them in a bowl, pinch of salt, add a little bit of plain flour, corn flour, and mix it together, made into small dumplings, and I dusted in the corn flour, deep fried in really hot oil. And then to make the sauce, I started with a little bit of oil, sauteed green chilies and garlic, and once the garlic was brown, I added celery and a little bit of ginger, cooked it all together, dash of soy sauce, and then added vegetable stock, salt and sugar, and I thickened the sauce with corn flour slurry. Then after that I put dumplings into it and let it simmer for a while.